Section 4, Navigating the QuickBooks Dashboard. In this section, we are going to look at an overview of the interface. Then we shall look at settings and preferences, where we shall add our company details. So let's get into it. We shall open our QuickBooks that we already set. And we say that we are going to look at an overview of the interface for the QuickBooks. Your dashboard is at the left panel of your screen, on the left side panel of your screen, which is here, and this is where you'll find it. And it has two categories of home and the cash flow, and the cash flow pages. The home page, which is our interface for our QuickBooks, will look at how your business is doing in regards to the transactions that you have recorded. So once you open your QuickBooks, you see something like this, but ours looks a bit plain because we have not recorded any kind of transactions and we have just set up our QuickBooks. So what you do is that you will indicate it will show you the profits and loss statement for your company or business. It will also show you different shortcuts that will lead you straight and direct to creating invoices. And then it will show you the sales, the tasks that you're supposed to do. It can help you track your money, track how your money is doing, accounts receivable, accounts payable, all these things. And it will appear on your interface. Another option is that another option is that if you do not want your interface to be seen, maybe you're in a public place and you're avoiding your work to avoiding your work from being displayed. QuickBooks gives you an option of turning off the turning this page to privacy so that it will appear like this. That's where you're able to keep all the information at the front of your screen confidential and that no one can easily get to know how your business is doing. So we also have the cash flows, which looks at the money in and money out. The money in will be examples of an overdue invoices because an invoice is a document that you send to a client or a customer to remind them to pay you your money. And we have the money out, which is overdue bills, for example, electricity bills or utility bills in general. So this is what the interface for our QuickBooks dashboard looks like. And then next on the move, we said we shall look at our accounts and preferences and then add company details to see how to see how we can actually now record transactions moving forward. But before we do that, you need to know that some of the transactions or some of the settings in our QuickBooks have been put there by default by QuickBooks, and you can easily remove them. And put the ones that are in accordance to what would actually work for your QuickBooks. So where do you find this? You go to the top right corner of your screen of QuickBooks Online. You click on the settings icon and it will lead you to something like this where you go to account and settings. Maybe before I go into that, you need to know that right now we are viewing our QuickBooks from the accountant's view. However, if you'd like to view it in a business view, you can click on it. It will take you to the business view, vis-a-vis business view to accountant's view. So for learning purposes, we shall use the accountant's view. So you come to your accountant settings, and then you set up your company, fill in company details, add company details in accordance to the questions or preferences that QuickBooks is going to avail to you. So one of the most important categories, in your accounts and settings, is the company expenses and advanced, which are really, really very important. So as you can see, we have this information about the company that we need to fill. Others are automatic, others are not. So it's also very important to check. It's very important to check and edit any kind of mistakes that have been made. So the company name, you can confirm by clicking on the pencil edit that it's MJP Accounting and Finance Academy. And you can see that the legal name is also the same as the company name, a tax identification number if you have in regards to the country that you're in. And then we have the tax form, which we had already recorded while we were setting up our company. Now you can see how some of these things that you do in QuickBooks are automatic and it will save you time. But you can just check it to confirm and make sure that you have the right information. Our tax form, we say that we were not aware. And then our industry type, we click on a drop down button and it said you shall do education and training, and then you will save in your work. you will save in. So can put self education and training, then company information, the company email. Um, I think this is okay. And then one of the most important thing is the address, which is very, very crucial and important while um trying to set up your company. So once you come to the address, you make sure you fill in that address. For example, I can put here my address as and So once you are done, you save in your work, and that it's very make sure you save in your work so that it's easy. So you can come and indicate your address as well. Next, we shall go to our expenses and see how the expenses work. So these are the default settings on expenses. Some of these settings are very important, and some of them have been turned off. For example, we shall look at the tracking of expenses and items by the customer. So you click on the edit, and then by default, these ones have been turned on, and I think it's just okay to leave them like that. What is very important with our expenses is being able to track your expenses and items by customer. So you come and turn it on so that you're able to track when you're recording any kind of expenses or items by a customer. It will be able to function or to be able to track your expenses that you have recorded. So once you're done with that, you can come and save your work, and then you go to the advanced, which is very important and crucial. We shall see the accounting, the account type again, the chart of accounts, which is very important, and then currencies. So the accounting we have seen we have the first month of the accounting of the financial year. You can use July, you can use February, August, but you shall use January, and our first month of the tax year will be the same as the financial year. Accounting method is the accrual method, but there is also the cash method provided. If you'd want to change to cash method, you can change, but I'll leave the accrual basis here. Closing the books, when you turn it on, you have to indicate the closing dates when you'd want your quick to close your books. So once you're done with that information, you save your work. The tax form, we already saw it from the time we were registering or setting up our QuickBooks, and even up to now. And you can see the information still stays the same. Time saving. So chart of accounts, which is very, very important, and we're going to see it in a video. As we can see that enable chart of accounts, yes, you have to enable it because this is where all your transactions are going to be shown. And then we have category. We have what the most important one, which is the currency. So you can come and choose a currency here, and let's say we want to use can get a currency. Maybe you want to use the United States dollar as your home currency. And one more thing you need to know about the currency is that there's a category of multi currency. Now the thing with multi currency is that if your company has registered for multi currency, you are not able to delete it because now QuickBooks has to create space to record extra currencies that your company or business is having. Maybe there's a Kenyan shillings, there's the Swedish krona, all these kind of transactions, all these kind of currencies are there. So, but for now and for learning purposes, we shall stick to one currency, which is the United States dollar, and then you save in your work. Once you are done setting up your company and adding details to your accounts and settings, you come and click on as it continues to load, you come and click on done, which will validate the fact that you've been able to set up your QuickBooks and you're able to add up your QuickBooks account. You're able to add up information to your QuickBooks. So as we wait for it to load, we can brainstorm what we have been reading and what we have been learning together. So as you can see, can come and click done as it loads. Then your work will be saved. So click on done. So once you are done setting up and adding company details, you come back to your home page and then you're able to record transactions according to the settings that you have made. This comes to an end of a very of our video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. See you in the next video.